Welcome back to the GM Academy. Of course, I'm your instructor, Jim McClure, and we are starting on a new section here, which is called GMing at the game table, and this is our 101 class. Now, GMing at the game table is sort of a companion piece with GMing away from the game table, and this is advice to you as the GM for certain things that you're going to encounter when running your game. Now, at the game table is going to deal with sort of things that specifically happen in-game with your players and characters. Away from the table is going to deal more with the logistics of dealing with players, and as we know, players and characters aren't exactly the same thing. So our first topic here is our class 101 is Rule 0. Now, this is a very important rule, and you will hear this frequently within the tabletop community. And Rule 0 is fairly straightforward. Always have fun. Very simple concept, but there's really a lot to it. The core of what you're going for and what Rule 0 means is before everything else, fun comes first. Before rules, before mechanics, before anything else, you are to ensure that everyone is having fun. Now, in other sections, we'll talk about that there's 8 different kinds of fun and all of that wonderful, but for right now, the big key takeaway from this is as you are playing your game, as you are watching your players, go through your campaign, as you're doing your weekly sessions, whatever the case may be, and you're trying to evaluate if you are doing a good job as a DM, there is one metric that we always turn to. Are your players having fun, and are you having fun? And that's I'm not going to say all that matters, but that's 90% of what matters. Is everyone getting enjoyment from the game you're playing? And that is Rule 0. That is what you're always trying to achieve. People coming, playing tabletop, and having fun. Now, within Rule 0, there's one sort of specific thing I want to point out, and that is Rule 0 supersedes all other rules. Which means, in almost every single game book, you will see somewhere towards the beginning written in it, at any point the GM has the right to throw out any of these rules or change them however they see fit. And what this is telling you is, if there is something you need to change in the game, if there is something you need to change in the story that you've made, if there's something you need to change in the way you're narrating things to make it more fun, Rule 0 applies. Always, always do what's most fun. That's the direction that you want to head. And so anytime you're running into rules that are not fun, that you don't enjoy, that your players do not enjoy, Rule 0, get rid of them. Just to give a couple examples, I personally and the people I play with don't enjoy dealing with encumbrance rules, figuring out how much weight that we're carrying in and out, mainly because we don't do a lot of dungeon crawls. Not to say there's anything wrong with encumbrance rules, not to say that they're not fun. Our group just particularly doesn't enjoy having to deal with that. So we Rule 0 it. We get rid of it. There's no encumbrance. You can carry as much as you want. We're going Final Fantasy rules here. You've got 1,000 items in your inventory. Go for it. Because to us, it's just logistical need to keep track of stuff that we don't want essentially interfering with what we find enjoyable in a game. Again, not to say there's anything wrong with encumbrance rules, but that's how you should use Rule 0. If it's not fun, if it's getting in the way of fun, get rid of it. Get right down to what makes things fun. Okay, that's been our 101 class. As we go through this, we're going to get a lot more advice and get deeper and deeper into sort of events and things that you run into while GMing at the game table. Class dismissed. Thank you for watching the GM Academy. You can click the video to see all of our classes on GMing at the game table, and you can subscribe to get all of the latest information and videos from the GM Academy. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please hit the like button. It really does help us to continue to put out quality information to the community. Again, thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.